Did you know there's a country where people aren't allowed to smile at weddings? A place where a long forehead is considered a sign of wisdom, and women walk down dirt roads as if they're on a catwalk. A land where wearing an expensive suit actually means you're poor, and traffic police are replaced by robots? Welcome to the Democratic Republic of the Congo, a land full of strange and unbelievable stories. With a population of around 109 million and an area of 905,400 square miles, Congo is the second largest country in Africa and the most populous French-speaking country in the world. To put this in perspective, it's about 2.5 times larger than Texas, and larger than all the member states of the European Union combined. DR Congo is also the only country in the world with the equator running straight through its center, creating one of the richest and most diverse ecosystems on the planet. This unique positioning, combined with a year-round hot and humid climate and up to 2.5 meters of rainfall per year, has nurtured the Congo rainforest to become the second lung of the world, right after the Amazon. What makes Congo even more remarkable is its incredible linguistic diversity. The country is home to over 250 ethnic groups, speaking over 242 different languages. The Bantu language family is the most dominant and is spoken by 80% of the population. French serves as the official language, used in business, legal, political, and academic meetings. In addition to French, Congo has 4 national languages: Kikongo, Lingala, Swahili, and Tshiluba, which function as regional lingua francas. But don't confuse the Democratic Republic of Congo with its neighbor. There are actually 2 countries named Congo in Africa. The DRC, often called Congo-Kinshasa, sits across the mighty Congo River from the Republic of Congo, known as Congo-Brazzaville. These 2 capitals are the closest in the world, separated by just 1 mile of river. You could literally walk from one country to another in 15 minutes if there was a bridge. Stretching nearly 4,700 kilometers, the mighty Congo River provides essential fresh water, food, and shelter to more than 75 million people across Central Africa. Its waters support local crops such as bananas, cassava, rice, and corn, which thrive in the region's fertile soil. The river is literally the lifeline of the continent. However, despite being the source of life for Central Africa, the Congo River harbors a creature that even crocodiles fear: the Congo tigerfish. The Congo tigerfish can grow up to 1.5 meters long and weigh around 50 kilograms, with razor-sharp teeth up to 5 centimeters long, and making it one of the most dangerous freshwater fish in the world. Locals carefully avoid areas where these fish are known to hunt, as encounters with the Congo tigerfish often leave little chance of escape. And catching this fish requires extraordinary courage and skill. But the river holds even more mysteries. Hidden within its waters is a legendary creature that has captivated explorers and locals for centuries: Mokele Mbibi. Described as a massive, long-necked beast resembling a sauropod dinosaur, this mysterious creature is said to inhabit the remote waters of the dense forest, far from human sight. While many locals describe Mokele Mbibi as a gentle herbivore, they warn that it becomes fearsome when provoked. If you're Congolese, you've probably only celebrated New Year's once in your life, or twice if you're extremely lucky. This might sound impossible, but it's true. In Congo, New Year's celebrations are only held once every 50 years, or even less frequently. This unusual tradition stems from the country's economic difficulties, which led the government to decide that New Year's celebrations would only take place every half-century. The last time Congo celebrated New Year's in this grand fashion was in 2000. This means that the next official New Year's celebration won't happen until 2050. When the new year arrives, entire villages and towns gather, preparing for it months in advance. The festival is filled with music, traditional dances, colorful costumes, and sumptuous feasts. Families from all over return to reunite, and the local market is filled with excitement. The cuisine is rich, with traditional dishes made from local ingredients such as cassava, bananas, and fresh fish. One of the most memorable highlights is the symbolic gathering of elders who share stories from the past 50 years and offer blessings and wise advice for the next half-century. Comment number 2 if you want to visit in 2050 to experience this special New Year celebration. Amid the noisy, dusty streets and makeshift roofs of the capital Kinshasa, you might come across a scene that looks like it just stepped out of Paris. A smartly dressed black man, strutting as if on a catwalk, wearing a Versailles shirt, a tailored suit, and shiny Oxford shoes. That man is a Sapeur. Sapeurs belong to a society of men who live for style and elegance. Some of them may live in the poorest slums in Africa, but they will save up all year just to buy a Gucci jacket or a pair of genuine leather shoes from France. For them, fashion is more than just clothes, it is pride. It is a way of life. And it is their way of saying to the world, I am important. They adhere to specific rules: no fake designer goods, no more than 3 primary colors in one outfit, only polite conversation, and no street fighting. To Americans, they may look like street performers dressed as gentlemen, but to the Congolese, they are sending a powerful message of dignity, beauty, and defiance. That's why lace-up is more than just fashion, it's cultural identity. If you're planning on courting a Congolese woman, make sure she doesn't have identical twins or triplets. If so, you'll have to marry them all at once. Traditionally, if a man wants to marry a woman who is one of a set of twins or triplets, he must agree to marry all of her siblings. This may seem surprising, but it's rooted in deep cultural and religious beliefs in Congo. In 2022, a man named Luiso from South Kivu province made headlines when he married 2 identical triplets, Natasha, Natalie, and Naex. Their wedding went viral on social media, bringing this Congolese custom to the world. The tradition stems from the belief that twins or triplets share a strong bond. It's believed that raising these siblings under one roof will bring good luck and prosperity to the family. On the contrary, separating them can bring misfortune to the whole community. Although this custom may be confusing to visitors, for the Congolese people, it is an essential part of life, family, and social relationships. Sign up for early access to our next adventure, or hit the bell to discover more unknown places like this. Deep in the Congo rainforest, unexplained sounds have fascinated scientists and locals for years. These strange sounds echo throughout the dense forest, leaving a lasting impression on those who hear them. Witness accounts describe the sounds as otherworldly and unsettling, echoing from unknown sources in the dense vegetation. Reports of these sounds date back decades, with the most recent recorded in 2005. Scientists have proposed various theories to explain these mysterious sounds. Some have suggested that geological forces, such as shifting tectonic plates, may be responsible, while others have speculated that atmospheric anomalies or unknown species are responsible for the sounds deep in the forest. During a 1998 expedition, Dr. Karen Anderson, a renowned biologist specializing in tropical ecosystems, recorded distinct patterns of these inexplicable sounds, prompting further investigation. In many parts of the world, beauty is often judged by body shape, facial features, or skin color. But in the Congo, beauty is completely different. In some communities and tribes of the Mangbetu people, a long head is considered a symbol of beauty. It is believed that the longer the head, the more beautiful and noble it is. Therefore, many people have gone to great lengths to improve their appearance, even using methods that may not be good for their health. Interestingly, the Mangbetu people have developed a small but sophisticated civilization with their own royal court, art, and music. They are famous for their ivory carvings, painting animals on bark cloth, and making wooden musical instruments that imitate the sounds of the jungle. The Mangbetu people even carved astronomical maps on ivory, depicting constellations for hunting and ritual purposes, a form of spiritual astronomy. Today, due to cultural changes and human rights laws, head binding is no longer practiced, but the Mangbetu legacy lives on through music, art, and folklore. The beauty of Congolese women defies conventional beauty standards found anywhere else in the world. In Congo, a full and healthy figure is traditionally seen as a symbol of prosperity, good health, and fertility. Women with larger waists and well-defined curves are considered beautiful according to these time-honored standards. In many communities throughout Congo, a weight ranging from 80 to 100 kilograms is viewed as the ideal body type. Congolese women often wear vibrant traditional clothing made from colorful fabrics featuring intricate patterns like the famous Katanga designs. These fabrics tell stories through their patterns, with different designs representing various aspects of life, from harvests to celebrations to family histories. When evening arrives, women put on their brightest dresses and gather under the soft glow of oil lamps to sing traditional songs, perform ceremonial dances, and share stories passed down through generations. For many visitors who have experienced Congolese culture firsthand, these women represent not just beauty, but the living embodiment of strength, resilience, and the unbreakable spirit needed to overcome adversity. In a fascinating twist on traditional gender roles, some Congolese communities actually allow women to propose marriage to men. If the man rejects the proposal, he must return any dowry or gifts with a chicken as compensation. This represents the bold, confident, and unmistakably Congolese approach to relationships and social customs. In the mountainous regions of Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, along bumpy red dirt roads and steep volcanic slopes, you'll discover a remarkable invention that challenges everything you know about transportation: the wooden chukudu bicycle. These handmade vehicles have no pedals, no motors, and no brakes, yet they can carry hundreds of pounds of cargo across rocky volcanic terrain with surprising efficiency. The chukudu resembles a unique hybrid between a scooter and a bicycle. It features a sturdy wooden frame, hand-carved wheels made from local hardwood, fixed handlebars at the front, and a long flat platform at the back designed for carrying massive loads. In Goma, where chukudus are most commonly used, men rely on them to transport bananas, coal, rice, building materials, and even old refrigerators across challenging mountain terrain. Each fully loaded chukudu can carry between 200 to 300 kilograms, yet skilled riders can navigate them downhill with the grace and control of professional mountain bikers. The construction process is entirely traditional, with each chukudu handcrafted in just 2 to 3 days using basic tools, rope used cooking oil for lubrication, and pieces of old tires for durability. Chukudus aren't ridden like conventional bicycles. Instead, the operator stands on one side and pushes with one foot while guiding the vehicle with the handlebars, then glides downhill like riding a skateboard. Some experienced riders have mastered advanced techniques that allow them to navigate steep descents without their feet ever touching the ground. Deep in the rainforests of the Congo live the Pygmies, representing one of the oldest indigenous communities on Earth. Although they average just under 1.5 meters in height, approximately 4 feet 11 inches tall, their cultural significance and survival skills are absolutely unparalleled. Rather than recording their history in written form, Pygmies preserve their entire civilization through an oral tradition of songs. Each song functions like a living history book, containing stories of ancestors, relationships with wildlife, agricultural knowledge, and even romantic tales. These musical histories can span hours and contain information passed down through dozens of generations. The Pygmy social structure operates on principles that would seem revolutionary in modern society. They have no traditional leaders or hierarchical power structures. Instead, they live according to communal principles where the voices of elders and children carry equal weight in community decisions. Important choices are made while sitting in circles around fires, ensuring that everyone has an opportunity to speak before any decision is reached. Even more remarkably, Pygmies don't build permanent settlements. Their dome-shaped huts, constructed from palm leaves and flexible branches, can be assembled in a single morning. As the forest changes with seasonal cycles, they simply relocate to new areas. For Pygmies, constant movement isn't instability but rather represents their remarkable flexibility and adaptation to natural rhythms. Pygmy culture includes a beautiful ritual called befriending the forest. When a child is born, adults carry the baby into the forest and formally introduce them to trees, rivers, birds, and other animals, essentially welcoming a new member into their extended natural family. They also practice collective sound healing, where the entire village sings together to help anyone feeling unwell, believing that group singing can heal both physical and emotional pain. In the southeastern part of the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Hemba people live peacefully along the Luaba River in traditional villages built from red earth with distinctive round thatched roofs. What captures the attention of cultural researchers worldwide isn't just their way of life, but their profound spiritual connection to ancestral wooden statues that the Hemba believe contain the spirits of their deceased relatives. Each statue, called a singiti, typically stands about 30 to 60 centimeters tall and is carved from rare hardwood. These aren't decorative pieces but sacred vessels depicting seated figures with closed eyes and calm, contemplative expressions. The Hemba believe that singiti actually live alongside families, protecting bloodlines from harm, ensuring successful harvests, and maintaining harmony between the living and the dead. Only the patriarch or designated heir is permitted to keep these powerful statues. During important ceremonies, the singiti is carefully cleaned with palm oil, placed on a small earthen platform, and spoken to as if it were another family member participating in daily life. Children grow up hearing stories about their great-grandfathers and ancestors, with these narratives passed down not only through words but through the presence of these sacred wooden guardians. In Luba and Bashi communities throughout the Democratic Republic of Congo, weddings completely contradict Western expectations of joyful celebrations filled with laughter and applause. Instead, brides are required to maintain serious, composed expressions and are strictly forbidden from smiling throughout the entire ceremony. This tradition might seem bizarre by international standards, but it holds profound cultural significance for local communities. For these groups, weddings represent far more than celebratory events. They're viewed as sacred rituals marking the crucial transition from girlhood to the serious responsibilities of wifehood and motherhood. A calm, dignified facial expression demonstrates maturity, respect for ancestors and family traditions, and genuine respect for the groom's family. A bride who smiles excessively can be perceived as immature or not taking the marriage commitment seriously enough. This cultural messaging stands in complete opposition to Western wedding traditions that emphasize joy and celebration. Older women in the community typically instruct brides in advance about proper ceremonial presentation. If a bride becomes too emotional during the ceremony, a subtle glance from her mother or aunt serves as a gentle reminder to maintain traditional bridal composure. While modern urban families may choose more relaxed approaches to wedding ceremonies, many rural communities throughout the Democratic Republic of Congo continue to honor the no-smiling tradition as an essential part of their cultural heritage. Kinshasa pulses with energy as a vibrant capital where every street corner feels like an outdoor performance stage. Located on the banks of the mighty Congo River, directly across from Brazzaville, it represents the only place on Earth where you can see another country's capital less than 2 kilometers away. This geographical proximity creates a unique international relationship you won't find anywhere else in the world. With over 17 million inhabitants, Kinshasa ranks among the largest cities globally, serving as both the political and economic center of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Here, chaotic traffic, loud music, and relentless street life blend into an unmistakable urban rhythm. One moment you witness someone carrying a shopping basket on their head while dodging crowded buses, and the next you see teenagers breakdancing in the middle of a bus stop. Kinshasa represents bold spontaneity and street creativity unlike anywhere else. The city features open-air jazz performances where opera singers deliver powerful vocals in the middle of markets, right next to makeshift boxing rings where fighters compete to cheers from audiences and the flashing lights of passing motorcycles. While Americans might associate opera with fancy theaters, in Kinshasa, people sing passionately from the heart, directly in crowds of everyday people. During daylight hours, visitors can explore the National Museum to experience Congo's rich history and folk art, or wander through Marche Central, the city's largest market filled with colorful fabrics, tropical fruits, and exquisite handicrafts. When night falls, Kinshasa transforms into a city that never sleeps. Bars, clubs, and all-night parties keep the urban energy alive until dawn, with the seductive rhythms of Congolese rumba providing an irresistible soundtrack to city life. The Democratic Republic of the Congo contains breathtaking natural wonders that make every step feel like entering a real-life nature documentary. Lake Kivu, a stunning blue lake straddling the border between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda, appears perfectly peaceful on the surface. However, beneath its calm waters lie billions of cubic meters of trapped methane and carbon dioxide, creating a geological pressure system comparable to combining Yellowstone with Lake Tahoe, but far more mysterious and potentially dangerous. Nearby stands Virunga National Park, home to the last remaining mountain gorillas on Earth. Just witnessing the interaction between humans and these magnificent creatures provides an experience that no typical tourist destination can replicate. For those seeking truly extraordinary adventures, Mount Nyiragongo offers one of the few active lava lakes on Earth, glowing red against the night sky like something from a surreal painting. The Garamba and Okapi Wildlife Sanctuary represent hidden gems housing the elusive okapi, a remarkable creature resembling a cross between a giraffe and a zebra that exists nowhere else on Earth except in Congo's forests. These sanctuaries protect unique biodiversity that represents millions of years of evolutionary development. The Democratic Republic of Congo controls more than 70% of the world's cobalt reserves, a mineral absolutely essential for Tesla batteries, iPhones, and the laptop you might be using right now. Logic would suggest this should make Congo one of the wealthiest countries in the world. Instead, the reality presents a heartbreaking irony. Most Congolese people still survive on less than $2 per day. Miners, often young men and women, use basic shovels, plastic buckets, and handheld flashlights to dig deep into dangerous underground shafts. Some observers compare it to a modern-day California gold rush, except instead of gold, workers extract blue-silver rocks that could potentially transform their lives or create even more instability. The cobalt mining situation highlights the complex relationship between global technology demand and local economic realities, and where the materials powering our modern world come from some of the most economically disadvantaged communities on Earth. The Democratic Republic of the Congo hosts some of Africa's most vibrant and unique traditional cultural festivals that celebrate life, community, and spiritual connections. The Mask Festival in the Kasai and Katanga regions connects to farming cycles, coming-of-age ceremonies, and honoring deceased loved ones. Participants wear intricately carved wooden masks, transforming into ancestral spirits, mythical creatures, and legendary heroes. In the eastern city of Goma, tens of thousands of people gather each February for the Amani Peace Festival, featuring artists from across Africa performing with one simple but powerful goal: spreading hope and unity throughout the region. Few people realize this represents one of the continent's largest peace-centered arts festivals, bringing together diverse communities through shared cultural expression. The Ngoma Festival celebrates traditional music with giant drums echoing across fields as locals honor harvests, pray for rain, and celebrate weddings. Living in the Democratic Republic of Congo presents a fascinating combination of affordability and complexity, especially for anyone from the United States or Europe wondering about life in Africa's heartland. In the capital, Kinshasa, you can rent a decent one-bedroom apartment in central areas for around $450 to $600 per month. Living further from the city center can reduce rent to approximately $300 monthly. Utility costs, including electricity, water, and waste management, typically range between $80 to $120 per month, while reliable fiber optic internet costs around $50 monthly. For food expenses, cooking at home using ingredients from local markets costs approximately $150 to $200 per person each month. Restaurant meals at mid-range establishments cost about $5 to $8, roughly 70% cheaper than comparable dining in the United States. Public transportation via buses or motorcycle taxis remains very economical at $1 to $2 per ride, while private taxis or rental cars cost about $5 to $10 for trips within the city. Overall, someone can live quite comfortably in the DRC for about $800 to $1,000 per month, representing only 30 to 40% of typical expenses in the United States or Western Europe. Eat like a local in a unique food paradise. If there's anywhere on Earth where food perfectly reflects the spirit of its people, bold, unique, and resilient, it's the Democratic Republic of Congo. Poulet Mobi stands as the unofficial national dish of Congo. This masterpiece involves simmering chicken in thick palm butter sauce, mixed with onions, garlic, chilies, and fermented palm kernel paste called mombi. Locals call it soul food because it delivers rich, spicy, aromatic, and deeply satisfying flavors in every single bite. Served alongside mashed taro leaves or steamed cassava, it represents comfort food taken to extraordinary levels. Congolese people traditionally eat with their hands rather than forks and knives, using fufu, a sticky dough made from corn or tapioca flour. Think of fufu as a soft, edible, bread-like utensil that doesn't get sliced. While fufu doesn't have much flavor independently, like rice, it absorbs sauces and brings out authentic flavors from accompanying dishes. Street food culture dominates local dining, with cheap, delicious, and incredibly flavorful options available everywhere. Popular favorites include makala, deep-fried dried fish eaten like chips, and liboque de poisson, and banana leaf-wrapped fish dishes with garlic and chili that create aromas so enticing they fill entire markets with mouth-watering scents. Hopefully this journey has given you a completely new perspective on this extraordinary country. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with everyone you know. Your support helps us continue bringing you these incredible stories from around the world. See you in the next adventure. We are so glad you are with us today. Please leave a comment, like the video to support us, and subscribe for more videos. See you soon.